Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about truck parking or lack thereof. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses and your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk truck parking or lack thereof. Everyone knows in trucking, if you've been trucking for 2 days, you know that there's a problem with truck parking. That's an ongoing issue, no disputes about it. It's an ongoing concern, something that continues to be brought up. Lots of commenting periods with FMCSA, federal as well as local DOT offices. And this was the #1 driver ask from a recent survey done by Trucker Path. Now, the survey was quite small. It was only 500 truck drivers, but it didn't disappoint. It really put things into perspective. And I think the majority of you guys would agree that this is a major issue. So the #1 driver ask through this survey of 500 people was, of course, the lack of parking. Truckers want more parking. Now, there is a $300 million in funding that is coming to a handful of states, and they're in dire need, but there are lots of other states that also are in need. And because a lot of these federal programs, the can's been getting kicked along the path for so long, state DOTs don't want to invest state money if they have a surplus, if they have available funds, because then if they fix everything, the federal government is going to come in and say, well, you don't actually need any money, your roads are great. So that's been the reason why we have so much patchwork and such horrible roads, because our federal government takes forever to make a decision on things that actually need improvements on. So there's another $755 million that is being currently discussed on a federal government level on a much larger scale. Improvements to the infrastructure is part of a much larger bill that we've talked about in previous videos. Now, the Trucker Path survey was 500 surveyed truck drivers, and 86% of them, 86% of these 500 guys and gals were, looking at the truck parking as being the #1 ask, #1 concern, #1 problem that they're dealing with. I think maybe truckers just gave up on the idea of dealing with, the rates are bad. They're just like, okay, can you just help us out with the parking problem? We certainly greatly appreciate it, right? Now, 67% said they want clean showers. 46% want an on-site restaurant, that'd be nice. 40% healthy food options in the stores and restaurants and at the truck stops. 29% would love to see a 24/7 maintenance service, like maintenance and repairs around the clock. 27% high-speed diesel pumps, so you can get in and get out faster. 22% want Wi-Fi service. 20% want laundry services. 15% would love a driver lounge, with 13% are looking for pet-friendly environments, accommodations, with 11% coming in with gym and fitness scenarios, facilities. 10% want on-site security. You'd think that'd be considerably higher, with a 9% at the very end going into single digits with self-checkout options being made available. So that's just 500 guys. That doesn't speak for the entire industry, but I think at the very top, I think certainly every single one of you guys, if not the vast majority of you guys, would agree that we have a problem with truck parking. #1 on this list. Clean showers would be nice, #2 on this list. And an on-site restaurant, never hurting anyone, unless it was really terrible food. Now, to the second portion of this. The $300 million that's coming in, that's already being divvied up, it's going through a handful of states. It's going to break down as follows. 180 million of that is going to go to Florida for about 900 truck spots. 40 million is going to go to Lehigh Valley International Airport out in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is terrible with parking, so 40 million is going to go there. Another 8 million is going to go to Wisconsin. They're going to expand current locations from 16 spots to 70 spots, major for for $8 million. 12 million bucks is going to go to Washington State along the I-5 corridor connecting California and a few other states. They're going to add more spots there, more security, more informational systems, I believe, is what they were planning on in the Washington state. Finally, $92 million is going to go to Missouri to create parking along the I-70 highway. And the infrastructure for Rebuilding America is the program. INFRA, INFRA is the program that is, really being discussed at this point to go on a federal level and actually start paving these roads, start putting in facilities, truck stops, and really upgrading and updating our outdated infrastructure. This should add about a total of 2,000 additional parking spots across the nation, U.S. only. And just so you're aware, similar awards were given to other states in the past, such as Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Wyoming, and Iowa. That's happened over the years. They took care of that. Interestingly enough, some of the same states are getting more federal funding. What's good to hear is that both the ATA as well as OOIDA are both on the same page on this, really working hard to make sure that this moves forward, this gets passed, and truckers can get a bit of a break out there. Guys, let us know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. Good way to spend money, not a good way, efficient, effective. Maybe some of you guys have been in construction and can tell me if these cost $180 million bucks in Florida for 900 spots. Is that high? Is that low? Let us know in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm going to switch over the camera. I'm going to look over loads that we book for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Guys, this week we have vans and reefers. Everyone did quite well. A lot of guys are making over $1,000 a day in gross in today's crappy freight market. So don't tell me there's no money in this market. As long as you have your costs under control, you have the willingness to work, and have a strong dispatcher on your side, you're gonna make money. So if you have any questions, get in touch with us. We're gonna start off with one such driver, Frank, and his reefer coming out of Decatur, Alabama, going to Fairfield, Ohio. It's a fresh chicken load, 26 degrees on a reefer, 40,000 pounds on the weight, 413 loaded miles, booked at $1,200, got him $291 per loaded mile. Then Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee with a 20,000 pound load of FAK, miscellaneous freight, light load, 464 loaded miles, booked at $1,300, got him $280 a loaded mile, and the reefer stayed off on that one. Then Pocahontas, Arkansas, going to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's another chicken combo load, 40,000 pounds of freight. Temperature is set at 20 degrees continuous, 450 loaded miles on a dot, $1,400 booked, got him $311 per loaded mile. Finished off real strong with a long run out of Wichita, Kansas, going to Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's a 31,000 pound load of frozen foods, quite light. Temperature on this one is -10. However, it's 1,298 loaded miles that they booked at $3,200, which got them an easy 247 loaded mile and a ton of miles. And that did it. 7 days on the road, Friday to Friday. Frank grossed $7,100 in gross, ran 2,625 loaded miles at an average of 270 per loaded mile average, and got the miles, got the gross, and got the rate. An excellent job, and some light freight to boot. So excellent job, Frank. Moving on to a drive-in. Lucas is the driver on this one. Eagle Pass, Texas, going to Wentzville, Missouri. It's a 42,000 pound load of auto parts, 1,032 loaded miles, booked at $2,300, got him $223 a loaded mile. Then Maryland Heights, Missouri, going to Garden City, Texas, is a 30,000 pound load of plastic resins. These are liquids, probably in tubs or totes. 897 loaded miles, booked at $2,400, got him $268 a loaded mile. Then Lubbock, Texas to Salina, Kansas. It's a 20,000 pound light load of lawn and garden supplies, 526 loaded miles, booked at $1,000, got him $1.90 on that one. Relocated. Then at Hutchinson, Kansas, took a load to Aurora, Colorado. Load of dry foods, 40,000 pounds on a weight, 455 loaded miles, booked at $1,800, got him $396 a loaded mile, coming out to Colorado. All in all, 7 days on the road, Friday to Friday. Lucas ran 2,910 loaded miles, grossed $7,500 in a week, and got an average of $258 a loaded mile with his regular drive and 2,910 loaded miles. An excellent job, Lucas. Way to go. Next, we got a drive-in, the totally different approach. Jacob's the driver on this one, coming out of New Plymouth, Oregon, going to Northwood, North Dakota. It's a load of beans, 44.5 on the weight, 1,248 loaded miles, and booked that one at $2,200, got him $176 coming out of Oregon, going to North Dakota. The markets have flipped. because out of Fargo, North Dakota, took a multi-dropper, 1 pick, 6 drops, going to Vail, South Dakota, Miles City, Montana, maybe Hisham, Montana, Ballantine, Montana, Burlington, Wyoming, and a final in Fort Benton, Montana. It's a 37,000 pound load, all in all, miscellaneous products, 1,263 loaded miles, booked at $4,000. Got him 317 a loaded mile, and not a heavy load. And as you can see, coming out of North Dakota, you're making money right now. So 7 days. In fact, this one was 6 days on the road, Friday to Thursday, grossed $6,200. And ran 2,511 loaded miles at an average of 247 per loaded mile. With only 6 days of working, 6 working days. So $6,200, 247 a loaded mile, 2,511 loaded miles. Excellent job, Jacob. Way to go. Let's take a look. Next, we got Reggie. Reginald's coming out of Laredo, Texas, going to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's 3,654 pound load of plastic materials, 617 loaded miles, booked at $1,200, got him $1.94 in his dry van. Then Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 0 deadhead, going to Fairview, Oregon, a much longer run, 35,000 pounds of FAK, miscellaneous product, 1,894 loaded miles, booked at $4,000, got him $211 a loaded mile. Then out of Wilsonville, Oregon to Billings, Montana, great job actually, 38,000 pound load of beverages, got out of there in time with 906 loaded miles, booked at $2,100, got him $232 a loaded mile. Monday to Monday, 7 days on the road, $7,300 for this dry van. Gross dollars, 3,422 loaded miles, only 31 miles at deadhead in total, and a great average of 213 per loaded mile. An excellent gross, a good rate, and very efficient running. So Reggie, way to go, sir. Next, we got Anthony and his reefer coming out of Silverton, Oregon, going to Salem, Wisconsin. 40,000 pound load of nursery. 4 load locks were required, 45 degrees on a reefer, 2,097 loaded miles, booked at $4,600. Got him 219 a loaded mile, 1 pick, 1 drop, easy. Then let's take a look. St. Charles, Illinois to Reading, Pennsylvania. So it's 39.5 on a load, 26 hours of powder paint. This is a non-hazmat load, 755 loaded miles, booked at $1,800, got him $238 a loaded mile on that one, and that was it. Wednesday to Wednesday, $6,400 in gross, 2,852 loaded miles, only 52 a deadhead miles, and 224 per loaded mile on his miles. This is an excellent job, Anthony. Way to go, sir. Next, we got David coming out of his dry van, Venango, Nebraska, going to Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's a 44,000 pound load of chickpeas and totes. That's also palletized. 925 loaded miles, booked at $2,000, got him $216 a loaded mile. Then Fordyce, Arkansas, going to Altoona, Iowa. 35.5 on a load of wood products, 694 loaded miles, booked at $1,550, got him $223 a loaded mile. Then Ames, Iowa to Warrenton, Missouri, 7,313 pound load of packaging material, super light, 326 loaded miles, booked at $875, got him $268 a loaded mile. Then St. Louis, Missouri to Maumelle, Arkansas. That's a 44.5 load, 20 pallets of beverages, Pepsi product, 355 loaded miles, booked at $845, got them $238 a loaded mile. And they finished off right out of Maumelle, Arkansas, 0 deadhead to North Sioux City, South Dakota, 27.5 load of medical plastics, 651 loaded miles, booked at $1,500, got them a great rate of $230 a loaded mile coming out of there, moving right over to South Dakota. Excellent job. Wednesday to Wednesday, David ran 2,955 loaded miles, had only 133 deadhead miles in this one, $6,770 in gross, ran all of that an average of $229 a loaded mile. And last but not least, we have, let's take a look, Aaron in his dry van coming out of Yakima, Washington with National Stockyards, Illinois as the delivery, 40,000 pound load of hops, 1,970 loaded miles, booked at $3,300, got him $168 a mile, coming out to the Midwest in Illinois. Excellent job there. Then East Alton, Illinois to Antigua, Wisconsin, 24,000 pound load of metal, 500 miles, $1,005 gross, got him $201 a loaded mile. Then Weston, Wisconsin to Champaign, Illinois, 44.5 load of dry goods, just 22 pallets, to 384 loaded miles, booked at $1,075, got him $280 a loaded mile. Finished off out of Decatur, Illinois to Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's a 42,000 pound load of packaged goods, 288 loaded miles, booked at $875, got him $304 a loaded mile. An excellent job to finish off the week. Great job, Aaron. Way to go, sir. Welcome back, and thanks for sticking around to the end. Guys, as you can see, the money's still available. Yeah, it's not what we saw 3-4 years ago when rates were, just through the roof. Now rates are plummeting, and that's why it's super important to have someone on your side who's actually working with you, not against you. A lot of the dispatch companies out there just want to get something out there with a good gross to take a percentage off your, to take their cut basically and make their money. Here's the thing. We don't work that way because we cannot operate with you for 1 week or 2 weeks or a month. It's a long-term strategy. You need to understand how the market works. You need to get to know your dispatcher. That's the reason why we set you up on a one-on-one basis. You work with a dedicated dispatcher one-on-one, someone who actually knows your business, gets to know you, your personal quirks, how you operate, and you just basically build on this relationship. And there's no replacement for that. There is no magic bullet in the industry. You have to have knowledge, you have to have data, and you have to have the experience in order to be able to make those decisions, tie those strings together, and make sure that you have yourself a very nice, profitable week, month, year, and moving forward from there, a very profitable business you can expand, grow, and do whatever it is that you want to do. But dispatch is your source of gross income. So you can go to a company that's out there that's like leasing out owner-operators for super cheap, but if the gross isn't there, who cares? And you can go to a company that dispatches trucks that are super cheap, but they're not producing the gross. So at the end of the day, who cares? You're controlling for operating costs, but you're not controlling for the gross income. So I highly recommend you guys take a look at our website, call us or text us for more information. We'd love to be able to get in touch with you. Watch our other videos. Take a look at some of the worst periods in the market when maybe you were really struggling, and look at some of the rates that we were able to get for our customers. So whether you're a leased owner operator, you're a carrier, be sure to get in touch with us by calling or texting 801-448-6363. And until next week, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.